Hello, my name is Helen and I'm the volunteer from Ipswich Woodcraft Folk in Ipswich Pioneers. Woodcraft Folk in Ipswich, our pioneer group is for children aged between 9 and 12 years of age, and we learn about big ideas of social action, cooperation and friendship through all sorts of things that we do and by having fun, which is really what we're about. And you can find us on Facebook if you want to know what we're up to next. Today, I'm here in Worsted Park in the lovely sunshine with a lot of pumpkins, and we're going to be learning how to carve a pumpkin, what to do with the innards of the pumpkin, and what to do with your pumpkin after you've finished with it, when Halloween has finished and you don't know what to do with it. But to start with, I'm going to show you how to get the innards out of your Halloween pumpkin. I have various tools here. It looks a little bit funny here. So I've got these lovely spoons. You can buy these all over the place, only lots of shops. They look quite sort of just cheapy plastic, but they're really, really good. This side here with the big comb is good for getting the seeds out, and this is good for scraping out the inside. You'll need some of these, a large one of these and a little one that's got the serrated edge for cutting. They look a bit sort of wobbly, but they're really, really good. You'll need a knife, just an ordinary household knife, and you might need a sharper knife. And for those, you might need some adult supervision. So to have somebody on standby to do some cutting. So here's our pumpkin. Lots of people cut the top out and take it off. I don't like to do that. I like to leave this lovely stumpy bit because it looks quite nice. So I turn mine over to the bottom and I'm going to cut a big circle which is big enough to get my hand into. And I've got quite small hands, so that's okay. So I'm going to start with my big knife and I'm going to saw a big circle. Okay, so I'm going to go quite large, go in, and just sort of go round. By doing it this way means you can put your pumpkin on top of your light, and you don't need to put your hand in to put it in. I'm using LED lights, electric lights, because they're safer. But if you are using a candle, then this is a much better way of putting your candle in. So now I've cut round, I'm going to prise out the bottom of my pumpkin. Oh, there we go, it's popped. And as you can see, all the little seeds will be there. Okay, so there's the inside of my pumpkin. Now, you could just scrape all that away, but this is the important bit. You want to spend a bit of time actually getting out your seeds. So pop them off. Into a bowl or a jug or something. And you can give them a wash and a bit of a rub. You can put them on a baking tray and give them a bit of a warm in the oven just to dry them out. And these are excellent food for birds and creatures out in your garden. So I'm going to get my other bowl because that's one for my seeds. And I need one for the flesh. Oh, there's a seed there. I can cut this off. I think that might just go in the bin. And now we've got two bowls, one for seeds and one for the flesh. I could use my lovely, with the comb side, just to sort of tease it out a bit. And you can see that that works quite well. Okay, so now we've got the seeds. I'm going to use the other side to scrape out the flesh. Move this out the way. So I'm using this serrated edge and you can just sort of push it around inside. And it does work quite nicely. The thinner you make it, the better your design is, because it lets more light through. Now we have scraped it out, we have the flesh of the pumpkin that can be used for all sorts of different recipes. We could make pumpkin risotto, pumpkin pie. You could make a lovely pumpkin soup in your soup maker, like I did yesterday. I've made some pumpkin soup with some other vegetables, and all the recipes for those are on the East of England website. You've got your pumpkin hollowed out for your carving, and you have the seeds, which you can wash and dry in the oven for making a bird feeder for the birds in your garden. And we have a nicely hollowed out pumpkin, and I'd like to have a little look at it, see which side has got a nice smooth bit. You can of course put your carving all over your pumpkin, it's up to you. You can download, where is it? You can buy these as well. Some templates that you can stick on your pumpkin to help you. Or I find if you just use a whiteboard pen, you can draw on your pumpkin and then it wipes off afterwards, which makes it quite easy. And I'm going to do just a simple face today. So I'm going to have a little look at him, and I'm going to decide where his smile will be. So I'm going to put just a big line for a smile, and where his eyes might be, and maybe a nose. And then with my little tiny knife, this little serrated knife, this is really good for doing very small work. I'm going to make this into a smile. So I'm going to dig in, and you just saw along, and you can change direction. Let's give him a tooth there. You can see how precise this little implement is. It's really quite clever. It's much easier than a knife you might have, but a sharp knife will do. If you are doing this with a sharp knife, then of course you might need an adult to help you. Final tooth. And then I can join up underneath. Give him a nice big smile. Probably not. Hang on. Oh, is that taking his false teeth out? There we go. See, and they rub off really quite easily. So it looks like you've done it all freehand. And then we can do his eyes. Shall I give him an eyeball? I'll give him an eyeball. It's quite friendly looking. Try and do the same the other side. Sometimes what's really good, if you've got a melon baller or a zester, you can actually scrape off some of the flesh to create sort of holes in your pumpkin so it lets more light through in different places. A bit like on Tinkerbell, I've put all the holes, some of them go all the way through, some of them don't, so it gives a bit of a glow. Let's give him a nose. Et voila! Now I've brought this lovely screwdriver because you can make little holes, give him a beard perhaps, or some eyebrows. So I'm literally going to punch in. The more things you take out, the more light you let through. But sometimes if you have too big a hole, all you can see is the light inside. So you want to make it a little bit mysterious. Oh, he's got some eyebrows. And here's the finished article. I hope you have fun making your pumpkin for Halloween, and don't waste the food that's inside your pumpkin, and have a happy Halloween.